Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
On in. What's going on, everyone? Welcome on in to another edition of Phillies baseball here on Play-by-Play with JJ. The Phillies are wrapping up a 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox. The game was supposed to start at 2:10, but Mother Nature had other words, and the Phillies and White Sox are hoping to get a full game in tonight against each other out at Wright Field. So it was supposed to start at 2:10. And it is now 5:41 p.m. Eastern Time. The first pitch is supposed to start at 5:45. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure that you turn on the notification bell icons, too. And that way you will know when we do go live for all the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles games as well. We have a lineup change as Matt Kepler is out with a left triceps strain. That's what they are calling it. So Johan Rojas will fill on in, and that's going to put Brandon Marsh out in left field. So I just wanted to make sure that I said that too. We'll get you to the starting lineups in just a few seconds, but Taijuan Walker is going to go out there on the hill for the Phillies, and his opponent will be Tyler Alexander. Walker is on the season, has a 3.84 ERA and a 1.35 WHIP as well. His record stands at 3-5. This will be his 12th game started of the season. 22 total outings for Taijuan Walker, 68 innings, and 25 walks allowed this year in those 60 innings as well. Also 29 earned runs too. The last time that Walker did pitch, he went 5 2/3 against the Yankees, and he did his job. He did really well out there. He only allowed three. He allowed 3 solo homers, but that was it. Just the 3 solo home runs. He also struck out 3 batters. Did not allow a walk. The 3 solo homers to Bellinger, Wells, and Stanton. That was all the damage. So hopefully he goes out there tonight and gives you a very solid performance out there against the Chicago White Sox, who, by the way, are 23-32 at home this year, and also have a 39-69 record overall. The Phillies starting lineup, it'll be this. It'll be Trey Turner batting in the leadoff spot, and then it's Kyle Schwarber batting second, Bryce Harper hitting third, Nick Castellanos fourth, Brandon Marsh fifth, sixth is Otto Kemp, and then it's Bryson Stott 7th, and then Johan Rojas 8th, and Rafael Marchand batting in the 9 spot. So no JT in the lineup today. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Brandon Marsh, Otto Kemp, Bryson Stott, Johan Rojas, and Rafael Marchand are the starting 9 players for the Philadelphia Phillies. For the White Sox, they will have Mike Tauchman batting in the leadoff spot for them. Chase Meidroth is batting second. Andrew Benintendi out in left field. He'll be batting third. Did not start in last night's game. Miguel Vargas is over at first base, and he'll be batting fourth. Kyle Teel is DHing. He'll be hitting fifth. Luis Robert Jr. batting sixth. Colson Montgomery is going to be hitting seventh. Edgar Cuero, eighth. and Josh Rojas in the 9 spot. And that's the lineup for the White Sox. Tyler Alexander will get the start tonight. It's going to be a bullpen game for the White Sox. They were supposed to send somebody else out there, and that ended up not being the case. So Tyler Alexander will get the start, and he will be out there on the mound. It was supposed to be Adrian Hauser that was supposed to pitch today, but he will not pitch this afternoon. So Trey Turner will be ready to lead things off in just a few moments. And we will get some baseball underway. Folks, let me know what your final score predictions are down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. And also, who were your standout players for today's game? Tyler Alexander, 4.36 earned run average, 54 strikeouts as well. Last time he pitched, he went 1 1/3 on Sunday. That was July 27th. Gave up 1 walk. Also struck out a batter. And I got 2 batters to fly out. So final score predictions, let us know down below. And the standout players, too. Turner will step on into the batter's box. Phillies are 61-46. They are 1 game above 500 on the road. The pitch, and that is up high for a ball to Trey Turner. Turner, in his career against Alexander, just 0 for 3. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. 1-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Yeah. It may be a while. Denver, thank you very, very much for the 10 months. Very nice. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch. That's a foul ball. A good amount of Phillies fans. One of them just caught that foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Trey. And the pitch. Bouncing ball hit over to shortstop. And the throw over to first will be in plenty of time. Colson Montgomery charged on in. And then threw it over to first as soon as he played it on the hop. There's out number 1. Katie says 9-3. AM says 6-2. And Snood says 7-3. Standout players? Anybody? The pitch. Foul ball. Let's have a trade day. Okay. Final 8-7 Phillies, says Paul. I like that. The ball is 1 strike. Alexander, left-handed pitcher, comes set and fires. It's a foul ball. Kyle did homer in last night's game. And it went a pretty long ways over towards the light landing sign. The ball is 2 strikes. And the 0-2 delivery is low and outside for ball 1. Just a heads up, no postgame show tonight. We're going on into Diamond Zone right after this. The 1-2 to Schwarber, and he flies this one out over towards right field. It's hooking foul, and it goes out of play. I was thinking that maybe he still got out in front of it, but somehow maybe that would still be fair. But it definitely was not. Kyle has hit 4 440-plus foot homers this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the 1-2 pitch. It's a changeup that's fouled off. I'm curious to see if they're going to go to Hauser for the 2nd inning. Or if it's just... Or if he's just not going to pitch. He was supposed to start today. 1-2 to Schwarber. It's popped up a mile high over towards the first base side. Who's going to get there? First baseman or the catcher? First baseman does, and he makes the catch over in front of the Phillies dugout for out number 2. So Vargas just got there. And 2 up, 2 down. And Bryce Harper is the next man up. Bryce is 0 for 2 in his career against Tyler Alexander. He's also 3 for 7 in this series. And I'll line this one out to center field. On the run is Robert, and he'll make the basket catch as he gets down on one knee, and the inning is over. No runs, a 1-2-3 inning, and the bottom of the first coming up for the Chicago White Sox. The crew chief for today's game, behind the plate, calling the balls and the strikes, it's Clint Vondrak. Then you got John Bacon over at first, Phil Cuzzy at second, and Dan Bellino at third base. They say that the temperature is 71 degrees. There are a lot of clouds in the sky. It's not like that the weather is clear. It's certainly not. They said, Tom McCarthy did say before they went live that there were still some showers in the areas. So again, the lineup for the White Sox, it'll be Tauchman leading it off, Meidroth batting second, Benintendi third, Vargas fourth, Teal fifth, Robert Jr. sixth, Colson Montgomery seventh, Cuero eighth, and Josh Rojas batting in the 9 spot. He is the caboose. And for the Philadelphia Phillies, they will send Taijuan Walker out there on the hill. As we mentioned before, he has a 3.84 earned run average this year. This is his 23rd game that he is pitching in, and his 12th start of the season. 3-5 is his record. 68 innings of work for Taijuan Walker, 56 strikeouts, and 25 walks allowed as well. Tauchman, who's batting .284 and playing out in right field, is due up to bat first. Left-handed hitter, and the pitch, and that is outside for ball 1. Tauchman has not started the game in this series, but he did pinch hit in last night's game and in Monday night's game. The pitch on the way, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Sorry about that. 7 home runs this year for Mike, and 29 RBI as well. 1-2 delivery. It's low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is to Mike Tauchman. The 2-2 on the way. That's outside for ball 3. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit out over to left field. An opposite field single for Mike Tauchman. It took a hop in front of Brandon Marsh. The Phillies defense, it'll be Rafael Marchand catching. Taijuan Walker on the mound. The corner infielders, Bryce Harper at first, Otto Kemp at third. And the middle infielders, Trey Turner at short, Bryson Stott at second base. Here comes Chase Meidroth, who is the second baseman for the White Sox. And he takes the first pitch that he sees for strike 1. Casti is out in right, Marsh is in left, and Rojas is in center. Again, Kepler was a late scratch. The ball is 1 strike, Here's the 0-1. It's a foul ball. I don't know if you guys saw, but Tyler Rogers just went over to the New York Mets earlier today. Rogers from the San Francisco Giants. Mets traded Jose Budo and a couple of other prospects. 1-1. That is in there for strike two. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch on the way, low and outside for ball two. Walker gets set above the belt, tosses it back to first. Not in time. Two balls, two strikes. The 2-2 pitch on the way, outside for ball three. What's going on, everybody? Dombrowski acquired a new water cooler in the front office. Three balls, two strikes. Toss back over to first. Not in time. Also saw that Francisco Alvarez left today's game for the New York Mets. Fouled a pitch off. Runner goes, and the 3-2 on the way. It's popped up and skied over towards right center field. And Rojas will take charge, and will make the grab. One away, and retrieving back over to first is Tauchman. So Andrew Benintendi will be the next man up. Just a .236 average for Andrew. 13 homers and 42 RBI. One away in the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. It was off the end of the bat. And Castellanos is there and he'll make the grab. Two away. A fly out to center from Mydroth. And a fly out to right from Benintendi. Acuna's supposed to be out 3 weeks with a calf injury. I thought that they were calling it an Achilles injury, but I guess that now they're calling it a calf. Two away, bottom of the first. A runner on over at first. Vargas is up, and he pops the 1-0 pitch up over towards the right field side. Castellanos goes over towards foul ground. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. One frame in the books so far. We go to the top of the second. No score. Be right back. Back in action as we go to the top of the second inning. Again, the Phillies' first pitch was supposed to start at 2:10 p.m. Eastern Time, and the game got underway at 5:45. We do appreciate your patience. We're going to the top of the second, and the next man up will be Nick Castellanos. Trey Turner grounded out to short. Kyle Schwarber fouled out. And Bryce Harper flied out. And that was the first inning. The first pitch. There it is. Strike one. Yeah, they're waiting to see if how the MRI comes out. And if he tore his Achilles or not. That was the last time I checked. The ball is one strike. The 0-1. It's chopped foul over towards the left side. So the plan is this. We were going to do Diamond Zone at 7:30. Obviously, we're not going to start on time. I reversed everything of what I had to do today. So no postgame show after this unless the Phillies make a big trade. That won't break that whole thing down. But we will be doing Diamond Zone right after this. The ball is one strike. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Nick Castellanos is down on strikes. Just looked at ESPN. They are playing starting second inning. Yeah. I'm here. We're covering the game. That's what our job is. We're good. We got it. We've been on here. Here comes Brandon Marsh to the plate. And again, Tyler Alexander is still pitching. Alexander will throw a sinker. And that's in there for strike one. 258 batting average for Brandon Marsh. 4 homers, 23 RBI as well. The ball is one strike. The 0-1 is low and outside for a ball. I would have gone live. I would have still done Diamond Zone, but I have a big weekend coming up. There's a big event coming up here, and I have to get ready for that. 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike two. I thought this game was canceled twice. You were incorrect. Sorry, my friend. Oh, it's not going to play. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. There is out number 2. That goes out to Michael. Michael took an L today. Otto Kemp is the next man up. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. The pitch to Otto, fly ball, hit out over towards center field. Robert goes back over towards his right side and then backpedals and he'll make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning. Philadelphia not able to do anything. We're going to the bottom of the second. Big event equals Comic-Con. Yeah. Nuts. Family stuff. What's up, Keith? What's going on, Rising Rhino? All right. So in less than 24 hours, the deadline will be here. Okay. I want you to give me a number. Okay, 1 being not so high, 5 being very high. That the Phillies go after a big name player. 1 being low, 5 being very high. Within the next 24 hours, will the Phillies go after a big player? What are the chances of that? I can't even speak today. I'm going to go with a 3. I'm going to stay in the middle of everything. I think he might go after a big name. Even though I said yesterday he wasn't. I'm a little bit more convinced today for some odd reason. Keith says hopefully yes. Michael says a 1.5, that he goes after a big name. Shane says 2. So nobody's high on it. And for those of you that are high, let me know. Hardcore says 5. Hardcore thinks that they're going to go after a big name. Okay. Bottom of the second. Miguel Vargas is up at the plate. And the pitch. That is outside for a ball. 30 hours left till the deadline. That's 24. Pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right field, and that is gone. And Taijuan Walker gives up a solo homer as Kyle Teel hits a homer. That's his second of the season. 6 o'clock tomorrow's the deadline. So it's less than 24 hours. One nothing White Sox. JJ, you said no Diamond Zone tonight. I said after this, I said no postgame show. Unless the Phillies make a trade. 1-0 White Sox. Robert Jr.'s up. And the pitch. Foul ball. That's the 4th solo homer allowed within the last 2 games by Taijuan Walker. O2 pitch to Robert. Swing and a miss. The 0-2 on the way. Popped up. Hit out over towards the right field side and foul ground. And Harper's there and he can't make the catch. He turned over the shoulder and just could not make it. And the count is 0-2. That thing hit the tip of the glove. And the at-bat will continue for Luis Robert Jr. .206 average for Robert. 11 home runs, 43 RBI. The 0-2 pitch. That is down and out for a ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That's a foul ball, thank goodness. Just hooked foul. That's a 1-2 count now to Robert. Tauchman singled in the first. Mydroth flied out to center. Benintendi flied out to right. And then Vargas flied out to right. And that was the end of that. 1-2. Outside for ball 2. Kyle Teel with a solo homer. Here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitch. It's low for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Walker gets the signs from Marchand. And the 3-2 pitch, line drive, and another foul ball down the left field line. Rising Rhino, how are you, my friend? Three-two pitch, fly ball hit out over towards deep left field, and that ball is going to hit off the top of the wall. Marsh will play it on the hop, and the throw over to second is cut off. And Luis Robert gets on with a leadoff single. And so Colson Montgomery is due up. That pitch was right down the middle. And Robert just sent it right over towards that wall. It's like one of the longest singles that you're ever going to see. Toss back over to first. Not in time. Here comes the pitch, and that's outside for a ball to throw over the second base by JT. Got him! And there is one gone in the bottom of the second inning. And it was by Marchand. Correction. Rafael Marchand got him. Made an excellent throw over to second base. That's how it's done, though. Robert thought that maybe he got his right hand in there, and Trey Turner, as he caught it, tagged him on the left hand. 1 ball, no strikes, and now 1 out. Montgomery in the box, and the 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. One ball, 1 strike. Walker kicks, fires, throws a splitter that's in there at the knees for strike 2. So the Phillies trail 1-0 on a solo home run by Kyle Teal. Walker kicks and delivers, and the pitch is down and in for ball 2. How's everybody doing in the chat? JT would have skipped it. Yeah, you're right. I was going to say that. Two balls, 2 strikes in the 2-2. That's down for ball 3. So the count is full. And Walker kicks and deals, and the pitch is lined out to right, and Castellanos is there to make the grab for out number 2. Ball was hit pretty sharply. Edgar Cuero will be the next man up. A-plus chat here. I love our chat. I do. I think we have a really nice chat. Edgar Cuero is up, and the first pitch that he takes is inside for ball 1. That was at 92 miles per hour. White Sox won the first game by a score of 6-2. Phillies won the second game by a score of 6-3. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Yesterday was Marsh Day. Great in the outfield, good hitting, and you like the haircut too. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And Marsh tries to backhand it, and he does. But thinking about going over the second base, and the throw over to second. Safe is the call. Edgar Cuero thought about going over to second, and he tested the arm of Brandon Marsh. And Cuero got in there. It's a 2-out double. Gotta tell you that the White Sox are hitting the ball pretty hard off of Taijuan Walker in this second inning. That was a pitch that was right down the middle of the plate. Thought maybe Marsh would get on or would make a good throw over the second. It was actually a good throw, but it was a little bit off balance too. The pitch. This one's flied out towards right field, and Castellanos maneuvers towards his left side, and they'll make the catch, and the inning is over. The White Sox do get a run on a solo homer by Kyle Teal. And we go to the top of the third. 1-0 White Sox. We're losing this series to the White Sox. I don't think we are. It's not looking good so far. But I have optimism today. I do. What's going on, Doug? What's up, everybody? I'm going to have my phone on all night long. If there is any breaking news that occurs overnight, we're going live. We are. And we're going to talk about it. Trade deadline day is always a chaotic day on this channel. It really is. It's like one of those days where you just don't know what's going to happen, and you got to be aware of everything. Everything. The Phillies are almost exactly 500 during June and July. Well, I still think that they're going to take this game today. I don't know why. I just do. That was a long delay. The fact that they waited 3 hours just to see if whether or not they should call it, that's ridiculous. We're going to the top of the third. 1-0 White Sox. Up next for the Phillies, it'll be Stott, Rojas, and Marchand, that is. We'll do it live. Stott is up. 232 average on the season. Alexander will get set at the logo. And the pitch. And that's a sinker on the upper tier of the zone for strike one. To Bryson Stott. You know, it's funny. Stott's facing a lefty here. Stott does not do well against lefties. 14 for 68 this year. 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. His on-base percentage against left-handed pitching is .280. Excuse me. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate for a ball. Brian, thank you very, very much, my friend. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again. Yeah, we do every Phillies game, as many as we can. We also, for the most of the time, we do post-game shows. And we do phone calls during post-game shows. And we do a traditional radio play-by-play style, but we also interact with you guys too. 1-2. That's a foul ball, and that's honestly how I feel like streaming should be. I do. 1-2. That's way up high for ball two. Not saying that the watch parties aren't cool, because the watch parties are nice too, but people should have options. There should be options out there. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there is out number 1 in the top of the third inning. That was a high fastball. We're in the top of the third. Phillies were in a 3.5-hour rain delay. The pitch. This one's bunted over towards in front of the mound, and the throw over to first by Cuero is in time. Cuero had to go charge for that ball. He beat Alexander to the baseball. He barehanded it and then threw it over to first just to get Johan Rojas out. Rojas was sprinting down that first base line too, and Cuero made an excellent play. Out by a quarter of a step. That goes down as a 2-3 ground out. The pitch. And that's taken for a ball to Rafael Marchand. Thanks. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Marchand batting on the right side. Alexander in his 3rd inning. 1-1 delivery. That misses low for ball 2. 4 hits for the White Sox. Nada for Philadelphia. 2-1. Fouled away. Saw that Sal Perez walked it off today for the Kansas City Royals as they beat the New York Mets 1-0. Or not the New York Mets. They ended up winning 1-0 in their ball game. That was against the Atlanta Braves. 2-2. Outside and high for ball 3. The Mets are getting shut out. They're down 4-0 to the San Diego Padres. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Marchand, off the plate for ball 4, and the Phillies have a base runner for the first time today. There we go. And the next man up is Trey Turner for the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go. Turner grounded out to short. And the top of the first. Charge! The pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Trey is hitting .291. Leads the National League in hits. 1 ball, no strikes. Alexander gets set at the White Sox logo, and the 1-0 is popped up over towards shallow center field. Second baseman Meidroth calls off Robert, and he backpedals and will make the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 man left. We played 2.5 innings and go to the bottom of the 3rd. Phillies trail 1-0 out at right field. Okay. Good stuff. JJ, you ever have Chick-fil-A? Oh, yes. Love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is very, very good. I've been trying to not do as much of the fast food, though. But, yeah. I do like a Chick-fil-A milkshake. They're pretty good. I gotta tell you. Are they really about to have a no-hitter against the White Sox? Guys. I know that the delay was forever. I get it. I understand. And I know that they came out flat today. But I don't really trust the White Sox. There's plenty of baseball left. If there's anything that we've learned about this team, you can predict something, and they do the unpredictable. But then they also can be predictable, too. At times. At certain times. It's one of those games where we don't need to make it pretty. Just win. Yeah, so I'm happy that you brought that up, Lou, because we have bigger fish to fry within the next 24 hours. So, to me, get the win. What's your organization going to do before trade deadline starts? Yeah. After this long delay, Phillies want to speed run the game and get out of Chicago, says AM. Yeah, they got to face the Tigers on Friday. They're off tomorrow. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The ball is one strike. The 0-1 is inside for a ball. I don't think that they wanted to call this game because I feel like that tomorrow there's only 3 baseball games and they're trying not to have as many games on deadline day for a marketing strategy. I don't know if that really is the case, but that's like what I would assume. 1-1, and that's inside for ball 2. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. The weather has cleared up, it seems, for now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. The White Sox lead at 1-0. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though, and Marsh gets a good read on it, and he'll make the grab. There's Will Venable, the manager of the Chicago White Sox. The pitch. And that is in there for a strike. The pitch. And that is lined back up the middle for a base hit. We got an alert, I believe. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. One sec. The Phillies are close to acquiring Joan Duran from the Twins. Let's go. According to Ken Rosenthal, he was either going to go to the Dodgers or the Phillies. And the Phillies, it seems, are going to get him. Let's go. 1 ball, 1 strike to Andrew Benintendi. I wonder who they're going to give up, but that is what it seems. They're closing in on a deal for Joan Duran. Toss back to first, not in time. So that means that they're getting a closer. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 ground ball hit over to first base. Harper has it, throws it to second for 1. And that's all that they're going to get. It's a 3-6 fielder's choice. Gosh. Edward, he knows that. Edward, if you say it one more time, I'm going to have to time you out, man. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 White Sox. Are we getting Cody Clemens in the deal? I don't know. But I'm happy that we're getting a closer. The pitch. This one's flied out over towards deep left field. It's going back over towards the track. Marsh says he has room, and he does. And out number 3 is made. So we're going to the top of the 4th. Phillies down 1-0 to the Chicago White Sox. And Schwarber will lead things off for Philadelphia. Crazy. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about that? Duran from the Twins. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm just curious to see how much they gave up. Who did we give up? I don't know. I don't know. Does it say that Duran is on the team right now? No. Don't know. That's funny. The Dodgers were closing in on him. Duran this year a 2.01 ERA, 16 saves, 53 strikeouts in 49 innings. Also a 1.18 whip as well. What is the return, somebody just said? Here comes Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good numbers, but I'm telling you, watch him pitch. Like, go watch the film. He's pretty good. The ball is one strike. And the 0-1 foul ball. Mike Vasile is warming up the pitch. Oh, 2. And that is up high for a ball. One, 2 to Schwarber. And he pops this one up over towards right field. Tuchman is there, and he'll make the grab. There's out number 1. Jack says, feels like the deal starts with Abel and Arun. I liked Arun Escobar. I thought that he did good during spring training. 108 top of the 4th. And it's to Bryce Harper. Joan Duran has been informed that the Twins are finalizing a deal to the Phillies, according to John Heyman. The ball is one strike. Top of the 4th to Bryce Harper. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Oh-2 on the way. Up high for a ball. Jeff Passenger tweeted out, the Phillies are finalizing a deal to acquire closer Joan Duran from the Minnesota Twins for 2 top prospects, sources tell ESPN. The biggest move of the deadline so far is almost complete. Bryce Harper is up. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is down for ball 3. Three-two pitch. Line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball. And Bryce Harper is going to get an easy 2 bag out of this as the throw over the second is cut off. And Harper is in scoring position. Let's go. So Harper gets on with a double. Marshawn is not a prospect. Yeah. Let's go. Castellanos is the next man up. So that does break up the no-hitter. Alexander comes set and deals Swing and a miss. The ball's 1 strike. 0-1. Ground ball, base hit out into a left center field. Bryce Harper is going to go on over or rounding third, and they'll come on in to score. And Nick Castellanos gets on with an RBI single. Was a little bit confused because they cut the camera angle when Harper was over at third, and they showed Casty at first, and Harper did score. It's 1-1. Comes Brandon Marsh to the plate. We're all tied up in the pitch to Marsh. Ground ball, base hit out to right field. Castellanos going over to second base. He'll stop there. Tauchman gets over to the ball. He'll throw it back in towards the infield, and Brandon Marsh gets on with a single. And that is going to be it for Alexander. Tyler Alexander, his night is done. He started to leak some oil, and Will Venable says, "You're done." All right. Phillies are acquiring right-handed pitcher Joan Duran from the Minnesota Twins in exchange for Eduardo Tait and Mick Abel per Bob Nightingale. All right, so we'll take it. No Painter. I got to tell you, I really like the move. I really, really like this move for the Philadelphia Phillies, if that really is the case. It seems like it is, because now we're getting a lot of retweets about it. So, I really like this move. You didn't have to give up much at all, and you're getting a closer on this team to help you with your bullpen depth. There still has to be more, but guess what? This was great. This was a very good start, and I think that the Phillies, I'm actually really shocked that Dave did this. I did not expect this. It's a very good deal. It is. That's a bargain. Look, Mick Abel, okay, you were going to have to give up him or Painter. You got to keep one of your top prospects. Okay, Eduardo Tait might be a good catcher. We don't know, but guess what? This move is for the now. This move is for the now. This is to help the Phillies win a World Series. It still isn't enough, in my opinion. But that was the move that you had to make. Anyhow. All right. So we are still in the top of the fourth. We're tied up 1-1 out in Chicago. Mike Vassell is going to go out there to pitch. Philly's got Duran. It's beautiful. It's a very good move. Otto Kemp is up at the plate. 1 out, 2 runners on, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He's under team control until after the 2027 season. That's the other thing I like about it, too. He's not a rental. Here's the 0-1 to Otto Kemp. Ground ball, base hit into center field. Castellanos rounding third. He's being waved home, and he'll come in to score. And the Phillies take the lead 2-1. 3 singles in a row, and that's now also 4 hits in a row for Philadelphia. Go. Good news after good news. We'll take it. Let's go. Bryson Stott is up. And he looks at a curveball that misses low for ball 1. Let's go. Charge! One ball, no strikes. Bryson Stott in the box. Vassell gets set and deals. The pitch is fouled off. One ball, one strike to Stott. Ground ball. And it's hit over to second base. The throw to shortstop. There's one. The throw to first in time for a 4-6-3 double play. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. I'm going to take a quick step off. I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right. First thoughts about this trade. Do we like it? Yes or no? Give me a yes or give me a no in the chat. Do we like it? It's a crazy deal. It's beautiful. Please take Stott, says PJ. Do we like the deal? Yes or no? I think it's a good deal. Shibby says kinda. Taijuan Walker is gonna go back out there. Bottom of the fourth inning. The first pitch that's thrown is on the upper third of the zone for strike one. I like how he's under club control until after the 2027 season. No balls, one strike. The pitch. It's low for a ball. Larry says yes. Patricia says yes. Damon says yes, but they need to do more. I agree. 1-1. Ground ball hit over to shortstop, backhanded by Turner. The throw over to first. It's in time for out number one. I see a lot of yeses in the chat. So now the question is, I guess you have Orion for the 7th, you have Strom for the 8th, and then Duran for the 9th. Is that correct? Here's Luis Robert Jr., and he flies this one out over towards deep center field. Rojas, that is, does have room on the track, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. The only thing that concerns me is, one, when we lose JT, the free agency, Marchand will be his replacement. Raphael's a good catcher. He needs reps. 2, Rob does not use a closer, and Jose Alvarado is gone. If he does not use Duran for the 9th inning, then we're in trouble. That guy is a bona fide closer. If Rob does it by committee, we're in trouble. If he does it full-time by committee, I'm saying. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. Naz in there for a strike. Too bad we couldn't throw Rob in the deal. 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Excuse me. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch from Walker. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Marsh looks up, and it is gone. And so, Montgomery hits his 2nd home run of the series. That's his 5th homer of the season. And Taijuan Walker gives up another solo home run. We're tied up 2-2. We have 290 people on here watching us. It's great. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. That's to Edgar Cuero. 0-1 pitch. Check swing, foul ball. The count is 0-2. The ball is 2 strikes, and the next pitch is taken down for a ball. I don't think that this is enough, but it's definitely a step in the right direction, for sure. You needed another reliever. I would still personally like one more. Plus another big bat, but it's a big step. 1-2. Ground ball hit over to first base. Harper has it. It stays fair, and he tags the bag after it took 2 bounces. And so we go to the top of the 5th inning. We're tied 2-2 out in Chicago. Joan Duran. Very interesting, for sure. He's 27. That's the other thing I like about him, too. It's not like we're getting 39-year-old David Robertson, or however old he is. The last time he blew a save was on June 15th. I like this move. I really like this move. This guy throws hard. This guy has really good stuff. And his mechanics are really good. Let's go. All right, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons too. Dallas is on here. It's a big move. It's a very big move for this ball club. Either way, we are making the playoffs as AJP. He's old, but Robertson can still throw. Yeah, but like, you want a high leverage guy. Robertson can be a high leverage guy, but this guy is a bona fide 9th inning dude. You know, if Aaron Judge is up at the plate and it's the bottom of the 9th inning, this guy's going out there to pitch to him. You know? It's awesome. We're going to the top of the 5th. Phillies are tied 2-2 with the Chicago White Sox. Let's go, baby. JJ, you still acquire Robert and Eugenio Suarez for an Alec Bohm and Nick Castellanos. Would I do it? I'd consider it. I would consider it. The pitch is in there for a strike. I like Suarez's bat. but his defense, not so good. No balls, one strike, and the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Bohm, to be fair, though, Bohm has been driving in runs now. Do I trust Suarez for the playoffs? I just don't know. 1-1 pitch. That's to Rojas. And that is down for ball 2. 2-1. Ground ball. Hit over towards shortstop. It's played on the hop. The throw to first. And it is just in time. Vargas kept his foot on the bag. And there is out number 1. Rojas goes back to the dugout. Rob says play on. I can't with these trades people come up with, says Denbrew. Just got his foot on the bag. The bottom line is that the Phillies got themselves a closer. Rafael Marchand is up at the plate. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Paul Skeens to the Phillies. You guys are too funny. Here's the 1-1 from Vassell. That's in there for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. That is up high for ball 2. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Larry, about the lefties. I would really love to try to get another good left-handed pitcher. 2-2. Ground ball hit over to third base. And the throw over to first is in time. I don't know, am I getting greedy? Top of the 5th, 2 away, and Trey Turner is up at the plate. Turner takes a strike. It's a curveball. Right down the middle. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 is fouled off over towards the right side. Guardians are up 2-0. I'm trying to see if Stephen Kwan is in the lineup. He is. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 is down low and outside for a ball. Vassell gets it, and the pitch. It's low and outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes in the pitch. Fly ball hit out towards right field. He'll stay in the ballpark, and Tauchman is there, and he'll make the grab. Inning over. Side is retired. Bottom of the 5th coming up. We're knotted up at 2 apiece out at right field. Are you surprised that it was just Taijuan and Abel? Because I expected more. I expected that they were going to have to give up, like, not a Stott, but like a Brandon Marsh. You know? Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Bottom of the fifth, where it's added up 2-2. John Clark just said filthy. Oh, he just looked at a tweet from 2 years ago where Duran threw 103, 104, and 105 in the same outing. The guy can definitely throw into triple digits, which is great. So really able for Duran. Tait is in single A. Too early to know anything about him. I'm kind of surprised that it took just those two guys. Bottom of the fifth inning. We're still tied 2-2. Phillies were down 1-0. And then they put up 2 runs. And then the White Sox got the game back to an even game. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Walker comes set and deals. The pitch is popped up over towards the right side. Harper calls off Marchand, and he just makes the catch for out number 1. Oh, he caught it. Kyle Teota home run in the bottom of the second. And then it was Nick Castellanos who got on with an RBI single in the top of the 4th. Otto Kemp also had an RBI single, too, in the top of the 4th as well. And then Colson Montgomery tied it up 2-2 on a solo home run. The ball is 1 strike to Mike Tauchman. And the pitch, that's low for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive, and it goes past the dive of Turner out to center field for a base hit. And a 1-out single in the bottom of the 5th by Mike Tauchman. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Mods, how we doing? How we doing on the likes to views ratio? Let us know down below. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out. A runner on over at first base. 67 pitches for Taijuan Walker. The pitch. That's on the outside edge for strike 1. Chase Mydroth, 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd. 3 homers and 15 RBI as well. 0-1 pitch. Popped up and hit out over towards the right field side. Casty gives it a look, and it is a foul ball. I mean, Tait is highly rated, just not as close to a Major League ready, says Denbrew. I'm glad we didn't have to part with Crawford, Painter, or Miller. I'm surprised. I thought you were going to have to part with one of your top prospects or one of your major leaguers. 0-2. It's low and outside for a ball. 305 watching, 153 likes. Let's go! Yes. Smash that like button. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walker gets set above the belt, and the 1-2 pitch. It's low for ball 2. Ooh, man. Two balls, 2 strikes. I apologize about that. Walker gets set at the belt, tosses it back to first. Not in time. Yeah, I can't stop talking about this trade. The more I let it shower over me, the more I like it. 2-2 pitch, and Mydroth gets hit right in the upper area. I think I got him on the hand, but he is in a lot of pain. There comes the trainer. He's out of the box. He's letting his right hand out. Got him right there. Just on the knuckles. Ouch. Oh, man. Crowley is here. Where's whatchamacallit? Where's Brian Pumper at? Because every time you're on, Brian comes on. What's up, Crowley? Crawford and Bohm or Stat for Quan. I would do that. And maybe not Crawford. It wouldn't be my first choice. Wouldn't be my first choice. But it wouldn't be a bad move. I would really like them to call up Crawford. And then get Stephen Kwan. Bottom of the fifth, one away. And they're still looking at Mydroth. They're checking up on him. That thing must have absolutely hurt. Ugh. I don't know if I'm ready to give up on Crawford. Yeah, I don't. I really like Stephen Kwan, though. Jacqueline's here. What's up, Jacqueline? I think we just traded Rob Thompson for a cake shake. Brian Pumper hates the trade, I can only assume. Yeah, he probably wanted Mason Miller. Even if we would have gotten Miller, though, he would still hate this team. The pitch. Nets outside for a ball. That was a splitter. Bernie's here. What's up, Bernie? Crawford just doesn't have big league skills. Too many ground balls. His speed can make that work in the minors, but I don't see it in the majors. All right. The toss back over to first, and that's going to get on by Bryce Harper. And so Mydroth is going to go on over to third base. And, oh, boy. It's a 2-0 count. Talkman is going to go back over to his base as well. What really ended up happening? Benintendi was up at the plate. The pitch was up high. The throw was made back to first. It was a high throw from Marchand, and it went down the right field line. And so Marchand made the throw. Again, it was high over to Bryce Harper. And so the count is 2-0. But Mydroth went back over to first, and Talkman's back at second. What do they call interference? Two balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 is down for ball three. So it's 3 balls, no strikes to Andrew Benintendi. The runners are at first and second. 3-0 pitch, and that is taken for a called strike. Did they call interference on Benintendi? Three balls, one strike. The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. On the run is Rojas, and he's there to make the grab. For out number 2, Talkman tags up from second, and he'll go on over to third. So we have runners on at the corners with 2 outs. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put the bot up. Totally forgot about that. Two runners on at the corners. And 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch is down for a ball. We also just got more news from John Heyman that the Mets are closing in on a trade for Ryan Helsley. Wow. Helsley and Rogers and Diaz. One ball, no strikes. The windup and the pitch. That's taken low for ball 2. Mets are finalizing a deal to acquire closer Ryan Helsley. 2-0. Popped up over towards the left side. And Turner gets under it, makes the grab, and the inning is over. So the White Sox made it interesting, but they can't get a run home. And it's a 2-2 game. Schwarber will lead off the inning. I really would like to know what ended up being the call there. What was the call? Hydrath got hit. I don't get it. Crazy. Enjoy the scraps. What do we think about Helsley going to the Mets? Umpire interfered. Dead ball unless you get the out. It was umpire interference. Crazy. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. And turn on the notification bell icon too. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate it.
Umpire interference.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That was my bad. Thank you very much, my friend. And thanks for the $2 super chat too. All right, we're going to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies are tied up 2-2. A lot of stuff going on. This is like one of those days where you just get so distracted because of trade deadline and the game itself. Lenyn Sosa is going to play over at second base as he comes on in for Mydroth, who got hit. Kyle Schwarber's up. He takes the first pitch that he sees outside for a ball. Oh, Denver, I never read your comment. Oh, wow, 10 months, proud member of this community. Thank you, man. 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside edge for a called strike. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. Nobody answered my question. What do we think about Helsley going to the Mets? You 1-2. Way up high for ball 2. I mean, I understand it's the Mets, but does that make you more worried? I don't know, because to me, Helsley is another closer. It makes their bullpen stronger, too. 2-2. Ground ball hit over to second base. The throw over to first. That's in time for out number 1. I'd rather have Duran. I would rather have Duran too, but watch Helsley light it up. One out, and Bryce Harper is up. And the pitch is outside for a ball. So they got Tyler Rogers, and they got, whatchamacallit, Ryan Helsley. 1-0 pitch. Way outside for ball 2. Helsley can be fired or wet blanket this year. Spoke says, I'm surprised. I heard the Yankees were really interested in Helsley. Yeah, what are they going to do now? 2-0 pitch. Nets in there for a strike to Bryce Harper. 2-1. Outside again for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 6th, 1 away. It's a hitter's count to Bryce Harper. And the 3-1 pitch. And he flies this one out over towards left field. And that's going to be caught by Benintendi for out number 2. Harper has not had a good day today. Yeah, they did, David. Mets are creating a super bullpen, they call it. They're acquiring Ryan Helsley for Jesus Baez and 2 pitchers, per sources. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1. That's low for a ball. Should have offered Romano to the Mets as Larry. For free. 1-1 to Casty. He grounds a foul over towards the left side. Excuse me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 330 people on here tuning in. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-2 out in Chicago. All right. Weird. Crazy stuff. All right, let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. We'll do that right now. The Rockies and the Guardians are on. Cleveland leads it 2-0 as they go to the bottom of the 3rd. The Rays and the Yankees are underway. They're in the top of the 1st. The Marlins and the Cardinals will get started at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The Rangers play the Angels. That game will be at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time. The Blue Jays won against the O's 9-8. Red Sox outclassed the Minnesota Twins today 13-1. And the Chicago Cubs spanked the Brewers 10-3. The Astros also blew out the Nationals 9-1. Dodgers and Reds are underway. They're in the top of the 1st. The Mariners and A's play at 10:05. And some final scores. We got Tigers beating the Diamondbacks 7-2. The Braves got shut out 1-0 out at Kauffman Stadium. The Pirates won 2-1 in San Francisco in the 10th inning. The Padres shut out the Mets 5-0. And those are all your scores around Major League Baseball. Phillies again tied 2-2. Tanner Banks is going to come on in the pitch to Kyle Teal. Phillies are 2 for 3 today with runners in scoring position. White Sox, on the other hand, 0 for 3. Banks, 46 games this year. 47 strikeouts, and less than 10 walks. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Banks versus Teal. The ball is 1 strike. The windup, the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Hit a solo homer back in the second. The 1-1 pitch. It's down for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ground ball hit over towards second base. Stott has it. Throws it over to first. And it is in time. Good play by Bryson Stott on the defensive side of the diamond. 1 out. They're saying since May 9th, Strom, Kerkering, Banks, and Lazar combined 2.53 ERA, 101 strikeouts, 30 walks allowed. Opponents are hitting 206 against them. Here comes Luis Robert Jr., and he'll foul off the first pitch that he sees. It's interesting to me how they'll just... how stats are just utilized, period. 0-1. There's a line drive back up the middle for a base hit by Luis Robert Jr., and he'll get on base with a 1-out single. Toss back to first. Not in time. Colson Montgomery 1 for 2 with a solo jack in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. That is up high and inside for a ball. 170 likes. Let's go. Good job, mods. Pitch is in there for a strike. Runner goes. Throw over the second base by Marchand. He is out at second base. Robert Jr. out twice against the gun of Rafael Marchand. Yep. Very good job. Will Venable is going to challenge this, though. He will challenge this. Robert Jr. was diving on into second base. Did he get his hand in there? I don't know if he got him. It was a great throw. I think Robert's left hand just may have gotten in there. Trey actually did not keep the swipe on him. I know from that angle it's a little bit tougher, but from the angle where they show him, where they show his head and his fingers close up, it looked like he may have just gotten in there. Man. I'm gonna look at this again. And I think his left hand got in there. I really do. How's it going, guys? What's going on, Lugo? How are you? All right, so what's the call? They made the call. Couldn't hear what the call was, so they overturned it, and he is safe. The 27th steal of the season from Luis Robert Jr. And Montgomery is up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to Harper. And he says, I got it. And I'll take it over to first base himself. Robert heads on over to third. We need a touchdown. JJ, they need more goals. Nah, they need a safety. Oh, Dallas. Shout out to you, Dallas. Dallas is so sweet. Edgar Cuero is coming up. She's also just an awesome person. The pitch on the way. And that is taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Cuero. And Banks comes set and deals. Throws it up high for ball 2. 21 more subs till we get to 6,600. 2 balls, no strikes. Robert Jr. leads off over at third base. The 2-0 pitch. It's fouled off the knee of Cuero. I'm driving. Who's hitting right now? Do not text and drive. Be safe. Tanner Banks pitching, though, for the Philadelphia Phillies. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards shortstop. Turner has it, gets his feet set, throws it over to first in time, and the inning is over. We're going to the top of the 7th inning. We're tied 2-2 as we go to the top of the 7th. All right, with that, I'm going to take a quick step off. I'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we go to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies and White Sox are tied up 2-2. Apparently, Bob Nightingale just tweeted out that the price tag for Pirates closer David Bednar now rising with the Yankees, the Tigers, the Dodgers, and the Mariners, who are all looking for bullpen help. I really would love to get that Dennis Santana guy. I think he would be so good. If we could find a way to get him too, oh, that'd be really great for the bullpen. Brandon Marsh will lead off the top of the 7th inning. He had a 2-run homer in last night's game, and he's 1 for 2 this evening. How did the Phillies get their runs? Well, Nick Castellanos and Otto Kemp had RBI singles in the top of the 4th. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a curveball that's taken low for a ball. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. Robert Jr. gets called off by Tauchman, and Tauchman is there to make the catch. And there is out number 1. Next man up is Otto Kemp. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. Warhog. Thank you very, very much for the sub, my friend. Very, very nice. 1 ball, 1 strike to Otto Kemp. And the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Count is now 1-2. One out, top of the 7th. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did not, says the first base umpire. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. Otto Kemp strikes out, and Vasil with 40 pitches. The windup and the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. The ball is 1 strike to Bryson Stott. And the pitch on the way. Ground. It's a line drive foul ball towards the right side. The ball is 2 strikes. Let's go! Charge! 0-2. Up high and away for a ball. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Alrighty. It is trivia time. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Of course, this is presented by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you're in the South Jersey area, make sure that you contact him. His contact info is in our description. You can also email him and go check him out. He does an awesome, awesome job. And he's my friend. He's my guy. He's my mentor. All right. I am going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. I just said this before, and if you get it right, you'll hear the check. And if you don't, it'll be the incorrect one. Which Phillies player won a Gold Glove in 2010? Which Phillies player won a Gold Glove in 2010? Who won a Gold Glove for the Philadelphia Phillies? Utley. Nope. Rollins. Harper. Nope. 2010. Cliff Lee. Nope. Vittorino. That's correct. Shane Vittorino won a Gold Glove in 2010. Rollins won in 09. Vittorino and Rollins won in 09. And Vittorino and Rollins both won in 08. So, there you go. 2010, Shane Vittorino won a Gold Glove. That is correct. Good job. Excuse me. Max Lazar is going to go out there to pitch. Bottom of the 7th. There's a knuckle curve that's taken down for a ball. Josh Rojas is up for the White Sox. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Larry said Pence. Nope. One. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right center field, and that's going to split the gap and go all the way over towards the CIBC sign out in right center field. And Josh Rojas will cruise on in over to second base as the throw is cut off. And a leadoff double allowed by Max Lazar. Rojas with his 9th double of the season. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Tauchman is in there for a strike. Happy birthday, Jacqueline. We got the wrong Jay Rojas. It's like the wrong Jay Butler for the Sixers. Even though I actually really like Jared Butler. The pitch. That's taken outside. And the count is 1-1. One ball, one strike. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive base hit out to center field. And Rojas will play it on 2 bounces. And the throw over to home plate from Rojas. He is out. Rojas is out at the plate. And he was gunned out by Rojas for the Philadelphia Phillies. So Josh Rojas gets gunned out by Johan Rojas. And Johan Rojas makes an excellent play for the Phils. Nice. I guess Paul takes back his comment. Love it. That's funny. That was a beautiful throw. So Tauchman's at second. And the pitch is inside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. One away, bottom of the 7th. Lenine Sosa is up. And Sosa lines this one out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Nick Castellanos will throw it on in towards the plate, and that's going to be cut off by Bryce Harper. And the White Sox get the lead anyways and lead it 3-2 on an RBI base hit by Lenine Sosa. Well, I guess that they got that they also have another good Sosa. Sosa and Rojas. James Robert with the membership. Thank you very much. One ball, no strikes in the pitch. That's a foul ball. By the way, he is over at second base, Sosa, for the White Sox. The ball is 1 strike. Lazar gets set above the letters. And the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. They called it an RBI single from Lenny and Sosa. We'll lead off over at first. And the pitch is outside for ball 2. Andrew Benintendi hitless in 3 at-bats in this ball game. Remember, he was with the Red Sox. Won a World Series with them. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off over towards the first base side. Felt like yesterday when they were winning the World Series, and that was, 7 years ago? Wild. He's 31 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Andrew Benintendi. The 2-2. Fly ball hit out over towards the left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And so another base hit for the Chicago White Sox, and they have 2 runners on base with 1 out still in the bottom of the 7th. And Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to talk to Lazar. It's just crazy. They decide not to go with they decide to go to this. They decide to go to Lazar in this situation, and they just don't push the right buttons. I just don't understand. And now they go out there to talk to him. I mean, they have a lot of mound visits left. I know they only got a certain amount per game, but they just don't use all their mound visits. It's wild. Miguel Vargas is up. He's 0 for 3. Sosa leads off at second. And the pitch. It's a foul ball right behind home plate. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1. Fouled away. Jack, thank you very, very much for the super chat, my friend. The ball is 2 strikes, and that is to Vargas. The 0-2 pitch. And that is down for a ball.
Lazar should be in there with the top of the order. Day off tomorrow. Topper is really dumb.
I hear you. I disagree with the move, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out to deep left field, and that ball is gone. And Vargas hits a 3-run shot out to left field, and the White Sox lead it by 4. That's his 13th homer of the season. 6-2 Chicago. Yeah. Well, Rob Thompson with that move. Yeah. I think Topper was trying to save Orion and Strom for the 8th and the 9th, and that certainly backfired. Crazy. His 13th home run of the season. Bottom of the 7th, 1 away. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, here he is. Here's Mr. Negadolfi, and Brian Pumper is here. Great response from a big swing trade. There you go. I was waiting for you to come on. 0-1. Ground ball hit over towards the first base side. It's a foul ball. And thank you again for the $5 super chat, Jack. It's all right, Brian. You still keep coming on here, so I appreciate the support. I do. Kyle Teal is coming up. And a solo home run in the second. Bottom of the seventh, and the 0-2 is inside and low for a ball. Thanks again, Jack, for the $5 super chat, my friend. 1-2 pitch. Line drive hit out to center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And so there is a 1-out single. And it's still a 6-2 game, but the hits just keep on coming. Crazy. So it definitely is starting to get out of hand for the Phillies. And Luis Robert Jr. is coming on up to the plate. Lazar kicks and deals, and the pitch is fouled off over towards the left side. Robert 2 for 3. One away, bottom of the seventh, and the 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. That was a cutter at 88 miles per hour. Really, it should be nobody out. 1-1 pitch. Low for ball 2. Two balls, one strike to Luis Robert Jr. The windup and the next pitch. Swing and a miss. That pitch was outside. 2-2 is the count. Lazar will get the signs. And the next pitch is grounded over to third base, diving stop by Otto Kemp. He has to rush the throw over to first. That's not in time either. And so the inning still continues. Kemp tried to dive for it. And as he tried to get it in his bare hand, he actually deflected it on the dive first. Then he got it into his bare hand and then had to quickly throw it. And wasn't able to get Robert out. He bobbled it in the bare hand, too. And Rob Thompson has seen enough. And Lazar's night is done. Daniel Robert, it looks like, is going to come out. And he will pitch. It's just brutal. It really is. Just for Rob to just wait that long to take out Lazar. And not even just to take him out, but just to put him in there in the first place. I get that you don't have good options out there for tonight. But at that point, see, to me, you go to Romano. I probably would have gone to Romano there. And then I would have went with Strom for the 8th and Orion for the 9th. It's just, this guy just can't manage the bullpen the right way. And he just sits and waits, and all of a sudden things are unfolding, and now he makes a move. It really is like Doc Rivers. It's just so funny to me how when you watch the Sixers from years ago, a couple of years ago, and you would just see Doc Rivers out there, he would take Joel Embiid out. He would sit him for the fourth quarter. And then what he would do is he wouldn't bring Joel back into the game. until like the 4-minute marker. So the Sixers could be up by 18 points, and all of a sudden, now they're down by 2, and now he wants to put back in Joel Embiid with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. But you could have done that at the 6-minute marker when you were only up by 6. Now you want to bring him on in when you're down. You know, it's like the same thing. Doesn't make sense. Seth Johnson is going to pitch. It's not Daniel Robert. Johnson kicks and fires a slider. It's right down the middle for strike 1. That's to Colson Montgomery, who had a solo homer in the 4th. It's just brutal. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 is swung on and missed. The ball is 2 strikes. Still got 304 people tuning on in. That's great. 0-2 on the way. That's fouled off the foot of Marchand. And Montgomery stays alive. But for those of you that do watch basketball, does Rob Thompson remind you of Doc Rivers? Does he remind you of Doc? No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2. Outside for a ball. I feel like you could also make the argument that he's kind of like John Tortorella, where he's just stuck in his own ways and very stubborn. But to me, I feel like Doc is the better comparison. 1-2. Fouled away. James says he does. 1-2 pitch on the way. And there's a swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. Rob Thompson reminds me of a corpse in the morgue. Oh, in the morgue. He reminds me of Brett Brown, says Lou. He reminds me more of Brett Brown. I could kind of see that too. That's fair. 2 away, bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. That's a slider. It's in there for a strike. Torts has some fire. Rob is civil to the point of being comatose. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. Foul ball. Glenn Rivers has a ring, though. Rob has a ring, too. Just not as manager. But he still has a ring. The ball's 2 strikes. 0-2. That is down and in for a ball.
There is a reason why no other team made him a MGR.
I hear you. And again, thank you very, very much. 1-2. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left field. Marsh goes back over towards the track, and that ball is also gone. Edgar Quero with an opposite field homer. And the Chicago White Sox just continue to party all over the Philadelphia Phillies. And it is now a 9-2 ball game out at right field. The fireworks are going off. And there's still 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And the Phillies have absolutely imploded in this 7-run, 7th inning for the White Sox. That thing was golfed. And Quero gets all high fives in the dugouts Josh Rojas is up. The White Sox have batted around. And the pitch to Rojas is outside for a ball. Johnson kicks, fires, and he throws a four-seamer in there for strike one. He doubled to start off the inning. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball hit over to Harper, and Harper will take it all the way to the bag himself for out number 3, and the inning is finally over. 7 runs scored by the Chicago White Sox, though, in this 7th inning, including a Montgomery home run. Or sorry, that was in the bottom of the 4th, but Sosa had an RBI single, and then Vargas and Cuero each had 3-run home runs. And the Phillies will be back in just a few moments, and so will we. Well, it was a 2-2 ball game, and then the Chicago White Sox were able to attack the Phillies bullpen as they gave up 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And the Phillies are going to the top of the 8th. They trailed 9-2. Johan Rojas will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Well, Venable is having a conversation with the home plate umpire on something. Don't know specifically what it was. Ooh, Brianna Stewart has a bone bruise in her right knee. Oh, that's not good. It's a 1-0 count. Vasil, they called a pitch clock violation on him. And again, he only has 45 pitches. The pitch is in there for a strike to Johan Rojas. I guess at this point, the White Sox probably think they'll just leave him out there the rest of the way unless the Phillies make it interesting. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rojas in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got fooled on the curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball 2. How's everybody in chat doing? 2-2. Outside for ball 3. And the count is now full. Still got 222 people rocking with us. Thank you all very, very much. What the heck did I click on right now? You clicked on play-by-play with JJ, my friend. It's in the channel. It's the channel name. 3-2. Ground ball, foul ball. You're probably talking about the Phillies, though. I've seen you on this channel before, my friend. So you're good. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to right field, and Rojas gets on with a leadoff single. Let's go. Philly too exhausted to even come close to catch up. Yep. Rafael Marchand is going to be batting on the left side, and he stares at ball one off the plate. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel too. The 1-0 pitch outside for ball two, and the count is now 2-0. Marchand's average is just at 172. He did walk in the fourth inning. 2-0 pitch. Line drive and another base hit for the Phillies. Marchand gets on with a single. Rojas stops at second. And the Phillies do have two base runners here in the top of the eighth inning. Nice. I was surprised that he went after that pitch. He was ahead in the count 2-0, but he got it on the outside corner and just made some solid contact with the ball there off the end of the bat and put it in a good spot, followed through on the swing, and punched it out to left center. Top of the order coming up, and it'll be Trey Turner for Philadelphia. There's some action going on in the White Sox bullpen. Turner swings and misses at a sinker on the upper third of the zone. It is no balls, one strike. Turner's 0 for 3. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-1 to Turner, and he flies this one out over towards left center field. And Robert is there. He'll make the grab. Out number 1 is made. Rojas tags up from second, heads over to third. And that'll put runners at the corners. 6 hits for the Philadelphia Phillies. 16 for the White Sox. And Venable's going to go out there and make a move. And we will have a pitch and change out at right field. Yeah, so no postgame show tonight. We are not going to be doing a postgame show. But I will tell you this. We will be keeping our phones out all night long. And if the Phillies make another splash, we'll be on here to report it. Wouldn't surprise me if at 5 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, Dave makes a move. I said that I was surprised before, but now that they got Duran, I wouldn't be surprised. This guy, this whole team is just so wishy-washy. They really are. This roster should be much better than 500. The entire coaching staff has to go. 7 is crazy. Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's brutal. I'm not letting this shower over me, but I can understand why you're disappointed. And I'm not saying that it's not valid because, yeah, you should be. You're losing this game, and there's a high chance that you go down in the series and that the White Sox take 2 out of 3. It's just unacceptable. No other way to put it. No other way to put it. I'm still light chat. Vamos transmission. Yeah. Like I said earlier, Philly not making the playoffs, so no need to make a trade. They'll just be giving up good future prospects they can hold on to. Well, I still don't know if I trust the Mets over the Phillies. I don't. So, and the Phillies also, by the way, do still have a second wild card spot. The pitch is inside for a ball. I'm not saying that they're going to the playoffs, but it wouldn't shock me if they still win the division. 1-0 to Schwarber, foul ball. And the Giants really aren't playing well. The Padres really weren't playing well either until recently against the Mets. 1-1 strike to Schwarber, and the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. The new pitcher that's out there for the White Sox is Brandon Iser, 27 years old, from Portland. Schwarber, 0 for 3. 1 out, top of the 8th inning. The 1-2 to Kyle, upstairs. Iser does not have had a good July. 6 earned runs in 10 innings. The 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. Life of a Philly fan. 2-2 pitch. And a called strike 3 at the knees. And Schwarber is down on strikes. Iser gets the punch out. And there's 2 away. Oof. That was a good pitch. But Schwarber, I'm surprised that he took that. They'll bring up Bryce Harper. 6 total pitches from Iser. And the 7th one is fouled back towards the screen. The game was supposed to start at 2:10 in the afternoon, and it got started at 5:45 instead. The 0-1 to Harper. And he flies this one out towards deep left field. That's going back towards the track. And it is caught by Andrew Benintendi. Wow. Andrew Benintendi just brought that thing back in and took away a home run from Bryce Harper. First, I didn't know if he got it or not, and he just did. He brought that thing back in. Excellent catch by Benintendi. And Harper just looked away, and that was the body language of the word figures. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. That just sums up the day for the Phillies, I guess. Not their day. Not their day at all. Wow, just our luck. Yeah, right? All right. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 9-2 Chicago. A 7-run lead for the Chicago White Sox. No stat padding, says Jack. Is that what Andrew Benintendi said? No stat padding. Boy, oh boy. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. The Rays are up 1-0. That's going to the top of the 4th inning. Guardians, they lead at 3-0. They're shutting out the Rockies. That game is in the top of the 7th. Marlins and Cardinals are scoreless. Rangers and Angels, they'll get started at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Dodgers and Reds, it's 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And those are all the scores for right now. Mariners play the A's tonight at 10:05 as well. Astros beat the Nationals 9-1. Cubs won 10-3 out in Milwaukee. The Red Sox, they beat the Twins by 12. 3-1, 13-1 was the final score there. The Blue Jays were up 9-5, but ended up beating the Orioles by a score of 9-8. And those are all your final scores. The Atlanta Braves also got shut out 1-0 against the Royals. The Padres shut out the Mets 5-0. The Pirates beat the Giants 2-1. Alan Rangel is going to go out there to pitch. The ball is 1 strike to Mike Tauchman. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1 on the way is at the knees for strike 2. That was a changeup. Tauchman 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a run scored. 0-2 pitch is low for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Rangel gets set at the letters. And the 1-2 ground ball hit over towards Trey Turner as he backhands it, throws it over to first. That's in time for out number 1. It's just an annoying loss. It really is. It's annoying. Sosa is up, and he swings and misses at the first pitch that he sees. And the count is 0-1. Sosa was a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning. Oh, Jack, I missed your other super chat. I'm so sorry, my friend. It's K-Ra, like the syrup. K-Ra or K-Ro? 1-1. That's taken for ball 2. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Sorry, I had to silence that because sometimes my sound effects go off. And I don't want it to go off during a home run call. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sosa. The 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. I guess it's K-Ro. Yeah. 3-2. Ground ball hit over towards the left side, and the throw over to first is not in time. That's an infield single in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 out. K-Ro syrup. Benintendi up. He's 1 for 4. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch on the way is on the inside corner for a strike. Caro. Gotcha. The next pitch. That is taken for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 delivery, and that's a changeup that's inside. That's on the inside corner for strike 2. My gosh. The 1-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. on a changeup, and there is out number 2. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. And again, the Phillies are down 9-2. 9-2 against the White Sox. There's a curveball that's inside for a ball. That's to Vargas. 1-0 pitch. That is down for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. I'm trying to see who's the hardest name in baseball to pronounce. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is at the knees for strike 2. Who is the hardest name in baseball to pronounce? 2-2. That's down for ball 3. I mean, I remember Jared Saltalamacchia. Jeff Samardzija. 3-2. Ground ball hit over towards second base. Bryson Stott has it. Throws it over to first. And we're going to the top of the 9th inning. Phillies are down 9-2 against the Sox. The White Sox, that is. Casty, Marsh, and Kemp are all due up. Shohei Ohtani has left the game in the 4th inning. In the middle of an at-bat, he went straight to the clubhouse after walking into the dugout. He threw 6 straight balls, missing badly on most of them, and is now leaving with a trainer. Oh, boy. Bro said, I enjoyed the Phils for a total of 8 seconds after the Durant trade was announced. Back to reality. Boo! It's funny. Crazy. Ohtani gets traded. That's funny. Hardest name? I tell you, but I can't spell it. It's Eugenio. Or some people call him Gino. Am I correct on that? I'm like 99% sure it's Eugenio Suarez. You know, they were showing so they were showing the Phillies '08 documentary, right? And you know, a name that I forgot that was on that team in '08 was So Taguchi. I remember that they had Tadahito Iguchi back in '07, but I forgot So Taguchi was on the Phillies. Jack says no. The pitch. This one's popped up. It's out over towards left center field. And the catch will be made for out number 1. Eugenio Suarez. That's how you say it. That's correct. Eugenio Suarez. Yeah, that's correct. Top of the 9th, 1 away. Phillies are down 9-2. I just looked it up. That's the correct pronunciation. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch, fouled away from Marsh. Eugenio Suarez. Eugenio Suarez. One ball, one strike. And the 1-1 to Marsh. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. That's going back towards the track, and it is gone. And so Brandon Marsh hits a solo homer for the Phillies. There we go. All right. So now it's a 9-3 ball game. It was a good swing from Brandon Marsh. So it's a 6-run deficit. That went right over the Whittingham meat sign. 9-3, top of the ninth. One out. And the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Is Jesus Baez Javier Baez's younger brother? Otto Kemp is up. And the 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. All right, so we're going to do Diamond Zone at 9 o'clock, I think. I need a little break. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2, fouled away. Oh, 2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And Otto Kemp strikes out. 2 gone in the top of the 9th inning. In Spanish, E is pronounced A and U is pronounced U. So it could be. U is pronounced like ooh, boo. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Bryson Stott is up. And the pitch on the way is taken for a called strike. Eugenio Suarez. There we go. All right, I won't argue. The 0-1. That's outside for a ball. I won't argue. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-1 to Stott. And there's a ground ball base hit out to right field. And Stott gets on with a 2-out single here in the top of the 9th inning. Here comes Johan Rojas. And Rojas will foul off the first pitch that he sees. I didn't know that Will Abreu, it's really pronounced Will Wheelier Abreu. Like wheel. A lot of names, man. And then it's Alcantara. I knew that. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch is fouled away. There's Sandy Alcantara. And then there's Sergio Alcantara. Alcantara. It's funny. The ball is 2 strikes to Johan Rojas. The 0-2. Ground ball hit over to third base. And the throw over to first. And that is not in time. Vargas could not dig that thing out. And the game will continue for the Phillies. Interesting. Roberto Alomar. I knew that. Aaron Altair. Elvis Andrus. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Rafael Marchand is up. Olsen is still pitching for the Chicago White Sox. The pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike, and the throw over to first almost got by Vargas. But he was just able to keep it right in front of him. The ball's 1 strike. 0-1. It's popped up. It's hit out over towards the third base side in foul territory. And the third baseman's there, and he'll make the catch. And the ball game is over. So Josh Rojas caught it in foul ground. And the White Sox win by a final score of 9-3. And they take 2 of 3 against the Philadelphia Phillies. The fireworks go off. And the Phillies lose a series out at Wright Field. Brutal loss from this Philadelphia Phillies team. This one really just goes out on the offense not doing enough and Rob Thompson falling asleep at the wheel. 9 runs, 17 hits allowed, 4 homers, which ties a season high. There were 2 3-run homers in the bottom of the 7th, and it just got ugly. It really did. And, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But as I go back to the monologue screen really quickly, I want to thank you all so much for tuning on in. I will keep you guys up to date. And, if the Phillies do make any sort of moves, we'll be on the lookout for that. Keep your notification bell icons turned on even during the middle of the night. If they do make a big splash, we'll be covering it. All right? Got a lot to do. It's a busy time of year for us. So thank you all very, very much for being on here. I'm going to sign off for now. I'll catch you all on the next one. All right? Tough loss for the Phillies. I'll see you back in a little bit.